Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Lost Archives. My name's Owen, and we are playing Disco Elysium. We have been ticking off a number of the side mysteries that we've been investigating. We have found Morel and the other cryptozoologists. We've also found the ceramic armor, the cuirass, which we are now wearing, which means I think we've only got maybe the pants and the helmet to go, unless there's other parts as well. But I think for the moment we've probably found most of that stuff. There's only a few other tasks, side tasks we needed to complete. I did want to look into the doomed commercial area. That was one of the things we wanted to look into. And we also want to go talk to Alice at Precinct 57 to get the information on the victim's armor. So all of that requires we make our way back over to the Martinez waterfront. And are there any other... So there's there's the furnace. That's the doomed commercial area. The cargo container door, I don't think we're going to be able to do. There's Renee that we can try and redo. There was the cafeteria window we can try and redo. Oh, and there was Tommy Lejon. We wanted to try and do an empathy check to see if we could figure out what his story was. Oh, sorry. The trash container, I'm not too worried about. Damaged ledger? Let's see, was there anything else we wanted to do with this? Maybe there was.
It's the ledger you found in the trash.
Oh.
A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yeah, we probably should investigate this in a bit more detail. Were there anything else in the case files?
Arson, petty theft, spousal...
No,
you
cool,
don't
that's fine.
exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
All right, let's read the case files.
Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, HDB 41120111700, the Next World Mural.
Wait, HD 41, weren't those officer precinct...
Why, yes, your precinct number is 41.
And HDB Harry Dubois.
Every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials.
Fair enough.
Harrier Dubois, HDB.
And now we can read all of these case notes at our leisure. We won't read them now, but...
Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
But we can come back and read them whenever we need to pass time a bit more quickly. What's that out in the water up there? Let's check that in a second. Let's look at the yellow pages, which we haven't looked at either.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copier paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What type of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines.
Oh.
The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of.
We could have fined Gary the crypto-fascist. Damn it.
You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work.
Misconduct fine?
A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for 1,000 real, but that requires special paperwork. The details of issuing these fines are spread out over the rest of the fields.
We could have fined the crypto-fascist, god damn it.
But they appear pleasantly vague.
And the station call?
These are quite sinister in tone. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct police station. Below the call are the criminal charges you risk by not appearing. All in a print so small it could be considered downright cute.
What? Field autopsy.
A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs.
Okay, enough of these.
Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys, and field autopsies to dead guys.
Fair enough.
What delicious power hid within this pathetic mess. You feel better.
Nice.
The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm pleased we did that finally. That's annoying that we could have found the racist crypto-fascist, but we didn't. I didn't know that I could, so I did not. Oh, now that our perception is so much higher, I wanted to see if we could climb this ladder here. No. Okay, cool. That's fine. It just looks like there's a way up there, but I don't think I'm right. I don't think I can get up there. Okay. We'll just take the fast travel point from the church because it's so much closer. Surely we are close enough. Do I have to literally take this? Now we can. All right, let's head back to the Martinez waterfront. First stop, let's talk to Alice from Precinct 57. Oh. Hello, gentlemen.
That's one brutal motor carriage,
Says the young man with piss something written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan. Fuck the world.
a snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Who are you? What are you doing
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Is this related to Cindy the Skull?
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
Okay.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the Skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
Of course I do. I'm just testing you boys.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
Oh.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
Oh, good.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
That checks out.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
Nice.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
Okay.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Are they wretched aggressive or are they kind of pretentious? Do you guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
We've heard of Arno van Eyck before. That's the people in the church. Or the people who want to get into the church. They were talking about Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
He adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism.
Fair?
The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into anodic dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
He exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops.
Whoa! Come on, man. We're just talking here. Just words. Nothing wrong with that.
These guys aren't badass. They're kind of funny.
Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces.
That's right. Way to put them in the little boy's corner.
You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
He liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
Your rhetoric's confusing. Are you part of the Skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
And what makes you think that the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Aw, these guys are so try-hard.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Why aren't there more Skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Makes sense, they're too scared.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Enough about this scullery den.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? May as well ask him.
Murder?
A man was hanged in a backyard of the Whirling in rags.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Yes, it was.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around, I'm the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
By observing it, by understanding it, by testing.
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I'm not going to entertain you with this any longer.
Sure. Understandable. Fuck and I appreciate your effort, though.
Are they actually called fucking piss? Is that what they're actually calling themselves? What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have that written on it?
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
That's a weird thing to admit. Just...
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
bullshit.
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
This is some cool nihilism. I'm into this.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
And why do you have fucked a world written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
That's a terrible metaphor.
you get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
This guy's definitely fucked objects.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Damn it, Rhetoric.
Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops?
I see where this is going and I love it. Hey, Kim,
Yes?
do you think it's a coincidence
What is?
that there are 2 of us and 2 of these jackets?
What are you implying?
Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim, just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think piss is the stronger of the 2 statements.
That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
We can try and get their jackets. Can we upgrade our half-light? What's our half-light? 1. We must have items that bump our half-light. Torture's definitely been something. We're gonna come back and try and get these. Alright, what can we can we get more half-light? The Faln Ultra. I swear there was another one of these that gave us half-light. Electrochemistry. Found Windbreaker. There we go, there we go. What I might do, actually, I might move the clothes that I wear more often than not down the bottom, just so that I always know where to find them. Anything else for... Oh! No, these are still better. Calculus, which was the other one I just traded out then? The gloves. I'll move them down to the bottom too, just so we've always got them handy where we need them. Okay, so the things we normally wear. Anything else to give us half-light? Come on, come on, come on. +1 half-light, +1 half-light. I really want to pass this. This is hilarious. If we can somehow get these jackets, I'm going to be so happy. If we can get Kim to wear it as well. Okay. Is there anything else? Any tools that'll give me +1 to half-light? Ooh, I don't know if I want to drink alcohol for this. Alright, we've got +2 half-light. That's pretty good. Come on, let me just double check. There's got to be something else here. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Okay, okay. Let's give it a go.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Ask for the jackets for yourself and the lieutenant. Oh, should we put a +1 in? We've got 3. Let's bump it up to 4. Let's bump it up to 4. Okay, okay. Let's go. Let's go.
No, no, no. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary.
Oh, yes.
The boys dream about being skulls. Use that.
Boys, with those skull jackets, you're going to be skull kings in no time.
What? No. Skulls don't have kings. I think. And we're not even in yet.
Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet.
Prospect must be a hierarchical term. Probably in the lower end.
Not even prospects are already aspiring to be kings.
Wow, you boys are ambitious. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skull. You're destined to go far.
Yes, Kim. Yes, Kim.
He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Are you trying to get us killed?
Now bring it to the jackets and, yes, start shouting.
Yes, we want to be a cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets.
Please be quiet. What? What do you want? The jackets?
Not much is left of the nihilistic rebel at this point. The young man before you is scared out of his mind.
You got it. No need for cruelty.
You offer your jackets like that? It'd be impolite to refuse.
Oh, man. Okay. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes, we got both. Yes. Oh, look, they just look like they're just young men. Off you go, boys.
The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off with mild amusement.
Since you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, I'll take the other one.
I'm absolutely okay with not having either one, thank you.
Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover hard.
This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore.
Come on, Kim.
Cold-hearted cop.
Still, it's good to know we have a pair, in case the need arises.
The need will not arise.
Damn it, Kim.
The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man was standing alone on a street corner with his written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world, all on its own, is, frankly, generic.
I don't know, Eric. It's cold out.
The dark-haired young man just stands there, defeated. The wind blows.
Yeah, let's get out of here. The cops fucked us.
I don't know, Eric. Did we get him? We got him. Oh, these are special. We're keeping these close by. Let's get our normal gear back on. Make sure we sort of leave a space down there. So we could have +1 drama, -1 authority, +1 half-light, -1 rhetoric. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Oh, that's pretty funny. God, look at all the bonuses we're getting. Although -1 empathy. What's that from? Is that from... Oh yeah, it's from our fair weather. That's okay. I wonder... Can we talk Kim into wearing the jacket?
Yes?
No. Oh, what do we need to unlock? We need logic. What is our logic? 5. Probably don't want to bump up my logic just yet. Oh, I was really hoping I'd get him to wear the jacket. Oh, well, that's okay.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, let's connect to Precinct 57.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots, Alice?
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Oh, yes. Can you please connect me to the 41st?
Just a moment, officer.
I need to report that I have my badge and gun.
10-4, come in, officer. Over.
I'm happy to report that I have found my badge, Jules.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
That's all for now.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Okay, definitely worth letting him know that. That's it. I think there's nothing else we can do there. Damn, I was really hoping to call Alice back in a day for info on the armor's owner. We have done that. We'll call her again. Inspect the traps. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. Oh, have we leveled up drama? We probably have. Let's see. Oh, empathy. That's right. We wanted to figure out what his... What is our empathy at the moment? -1. I could chuck on a different shirt while we're asking this just to get a bit of extra empathy. Not that shirt. Probably should organize these so they're a bit more logically done. Let's move all the jackets up here. Put boots down here. Shirts here. Here we go. And then ties here. Oh, this is brilliant. Ties and glasses here. Did I say pants and shoes here? Yeah, let's do pants and shoes there. This is not going to be very entertaining to watch, so I might just quickly... I'll do this really quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, I've quickly organized them. We've got jackets, and then I've put ties next to jackets. Then we've got shirts, pants, gloves, shoes, glasses, and hats. Perfect. Okay, that was essential that I did that right then and there. Oh, that's right. I was going to try and find something that gave me +1 drama. I remember that's what I was trying to do. +1 drama, +1 electrochemistry. Okay, let's flick the jacket on. +2 drama. Let's flick that on. We should have +1 drama. No, we've got +2 drama. We don't need any more than that. +1 rhetoric. Anything else to give us extra drama? Yep, we can put on some extra drama there. Oh my goodness, we're going to have quite a lot of drama. +4 drama currently. Oh no, it was empathy. It was empathy we needed. Sorry, I'm having a moment. I don't think any of these give us pluses to empathy. Put our thing back on. I'll leave our horrific necktie on if we're not getting any bonuses to empathy. Sorry, it was empathy I needed bonuses to. That's right. I'll leave that on for +1 drama. Why not? We might need to lie. Currently our drama's +1. I don't think any of these gave bonuses to drama, did they? To empathy, sorry. How am I unable to remember this? Okay, that'll do. Let's see if we can learn out. I'm going to connect to Tommy Leon.
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Sorry, man. I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do?
No need for you to do
to
anything.
help her?
Sorry. No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes, anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Ah. Why Tommy Leon?
Tommy Lam was taken.
Ah.
My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him.
Alright, I had another question, actually.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Let's do the empathy. Let's give it a go. Didn't force him to out the lady driver. Oh, good. Okay.
In his eyes, an familiar longing. Flecks of brown and gold.
Familiar how?
It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest, down the street that goes beyond the horizon.
What's in the southwest, Tommy?
Excuse me?
He emerges from the reverie.
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Hell, I get longing. I felt something similar since I woke up.
Man, I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no helping in absence, you know. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid on the way, waiting all the way in Diora. And here I am stuck in this shit, so far from home.
Deora?
Diora of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Le Caillou, pretty much. On another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We've got a little place there. Can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows.
What's it like to miss someone?
What's it like? Good. And bad. An ache that brings you joy. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. What about you, Cop Man? You missing someone?
Is that what it is? This feeling? No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter, smelling of apricots and sorrow, and the past.
I miss someone, but I don't know who it is.
I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone, and I know it wasn't easy to ask. I hope you find your way through your own troubles.
That's all for now. We're going to get pluses to conceptualization now. Let's put on our usual attire. What else do we change out? Nothing else. Okay. Conceptualization. I want to... Oh, yeah, that'll do. This one, visual calculus for the RCM commander's jacket. Maybe I should be wearing that instead of the... I don't know. Any other conceptualization? Conceptualization. Yep, that'll do. Probably good at this point. That's probably enough. I doubt any of these will help with conceptualization. Maybe some glasses will? I think we're already wearing them. No. Okay, cool. That'll do. Let's give it a go.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me, Tommy.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy. These are my rhymes. Listen. She fucked me till I bled.
That's,
Oh no.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I will never be the same again. She's always... It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts. It's a poem.
yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but
I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total doom.
yeah. Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a murder investigation to return to. How about we do that?
What's our conceptualization? Should we bump it up? 5. We'd bump it up to 6, and then with the items, that'd take us up to 7, 8. We'll try that one later. That's a good look. So what's our esprit de corps? Let's have a quick peek. So our esprit de corps is now 7. I think that's fine. Visual calculus is 6. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think we need to have the +1 to... those shivers is good. I'll take the +1 to shivers and esprit de corps. It doesn't mean our visual calculus is 5. And rhetoric's pretty low too. Okay, that'll do. Just because I think having the extra shivers is kind of handy. Alright, let's go talk to the... actually, we still had some questions for Titus, didn't we? Oh, hey, it's our friend.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
There he is again. The smoker on the balcony. Right here in the Whirling in rags. Hi.
Hi. So what brings you here?
What is it about the way he carries himself? Yeah, right.
It's the sports. He's a sports guy. All about that physical prowess and athletic skill. Nothing else here.
I need to talk with your Sunday friend again. It's about committee business.
Oh, a committee. How interesting.
I think he's humoring us.
And if I may ask, gendarme, what is this committee about?
He takes a measured drag of his cigarette.
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
It's about assigning la responsabilité.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is.
Damn.
We don't talk about everything, you see.
He gently taps the end of his cigarette with his forefinger.
He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course.
Oh, I guess I'll have a look for him along the coast.
I guess you will.
I met your Sunday friend.
You did? And how did you like him?
I didn't like him as much as I like you.
Ah, shoot. Why not?
Who is he?
A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. He can always return.
Return where?
To his opportunities in Occident, Sur la Clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know.
What are you? You two?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get together from time to time.
But what does it mean, a Sunday friend?
That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess.
Is that even a friend?
It is. On Sundays.
Why was he staying at your place in the middle of the night?
He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean.
I don't want to talk about other people, I want to talk about you.
What about me, gendarme?
Nah, nothing else there
Bye-bye,
for us.
gendarme.
I don't think he's got anything else interesting to share for us for the moment.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude.
Huh.
It's a tie. Meskin origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
8-eyed Teraton tie. We'll check that out in a little bit.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
Okay, that sounds incredible. We're definitely checking that out.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Lena, you never told me you'd seen a phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Kim's into this as well.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, sorry. Where was this? How old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood. Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go? Don't go.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
Yeah, stick insects can do that, actually.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant.
It's not like a hiss the way we do by breathing out. It's rubbing their body parts against each other.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. So you were on a date?
Our first, yes.
You said its limbs were white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
Interesting. How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
I'm not going to say she imagined it. That's a horrible thing to say. Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
Thank you for sharing this with me, Lena.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
There's a clue there.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
That's all for now, ma'am. Right. Okay. Yeah, I understand a bit more now. Okay, let's check out this tie. Ooh. Interesting. +1 Inland Empire, +1 Volition. Sorry, horrific necktie. It's just slightly better than you. But does that mean I'm not going to hear from the horrific necktie? We'll see. I'll leave it off for the moment. But if it means that I'm not going to be hearing from the horrific necktie, I'll switch it back. We'll get the horrific necktie. Oh, we should talk to Morel.
I couldn't possibly shower thanks on you as enthusiastically as my wife has, but I am grateful for your assistance, officer.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps.
Good. Okay. And?
One of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yep, nothing in the trap. No locusts, no phasmid, nothing.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but...
The empty trap was the one at your campsite. Maybe this factors into it somehow?
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Definitely.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the Locusts and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. What a deft hunter, this plasmid.
Of course. Be sarcastic.
Oh.
Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay?
He misinterprets your words.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is yours.
The French language was not meant to be read in an Australian accent.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Maybe.
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently.
Well, let's develop an alternative theory about the missing locusts. It does look like we're getting a +2 from that because Kuno's a hooligan.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
I think a little hooligan called Kuno may have stolen the locusts.
A little hooligan? But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I hope kids don't like to torment old folks. I'll talk to the little gremlin, see if anything comes up.
Delinquents. My favorite.
It doesn't sound like it's really his favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
He looks at his tea.
Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Geary. You'd be more than helpful.
Eerie.
We'll have to take a rain check on that game of Sue's Rainty today, though. We're going to follow this through.
He keeps the language unemotional.
Yeah.
But it's in there. Disappointment.
Yeah, I get that, man.
The first man to break formation is always a blow to leadership. This is bigger than he lets on.
All right, we'll leave that be for the moment. Okay, we've got a few leads we wanted to chase up. It is currently 11:40. Could quickly talk to Kuno and then also check in on the chimney to see if we can try and actually tell you what. Let's. I've got a plan. Let's go drop off our tear and then we can stop equipping this bag because I've been keeping an eye out. I don't think we're finding any more tear for a while. Looks like we've got it all. Oh, hello. 3 T's. How idiomatic. Oh, we can see if that rain jacket... Oh, no, sorry. Not
Welcome
you.
to...
Sorry,
What's
no.
that magazine she's reading?
Oh, have we not talked to her? Sorry. She said, "Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything's out on the shelves." Before we go, what is this Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
What is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
But why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
It's pretty funny. What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colourful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Ah, okay.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34.
Sorry, what's
This
that?
speaks to you.
Sorry, what was that about fashion police?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero guy in there right now? Does he look like this? Point at yourself. Her lazy eyes scan up and down your body, assessing the situation.
No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
the Blue Door. Does Frit have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling and Rags?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
This is important.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Nah, she's not going to have any information for us. Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
She's not got nothing for us.
The tear machines, your bottles clunk in.
And let's... I guess we can leave the bag equipped. I was going to unequip it just because it looks kind of shitty, but maybe we'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it. Okay. I was going to check and see how much the raincoats were and what they gave us, because I can't
You
remember.
see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles.
Oh, that's fine. It's only +1 endurance. Our endurance is fine right now. Okay, so... what were we going to chase up on next? Let's go talk to Kuno Adartur, and see what he knows about the insects. But first, we're going to head down below once again and see if we can figure out the story with person figure. Now, it was physical instrument, wasn't it? We should be able to give ourselves some extra physical instruments. Physical instrument. I swear some of these gave us physical instrument. That's a -2, to be fair. Ah, yeah. Oh, no, that's pain threshold. Ah, do we not? I thought we had things that gave us +1 to physical instrument. Oh, there you go. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. No, that's half light. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Okay. Okay. Alright, well at least we got a +1. That'll do. Let's give it a go.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Hello!
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
You hear a woman's voice answer.
you've awakened the entity.
This is the police. Who's there?
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Excellent. Okay, let's chuck our... Perfect. And I'm going to leave the tie on because I know this is better, but we haven't heard from our tie since we put this new one on, and I'm worried that it means we're not getting the benefits from our tie. And I want to be able to hear my tie talk to me. Oh, I forgot it's super dark. Oh, we still need to figure out what the story is with these as well. We haven't figured that out yet. We haven't found the password. Oh, maybe we're going to get that here. Ooh. The tray is full of dice. Colourful, polyhedral dice. Hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. We've got a friend who plays D&D. Or RPGs.
Hello. I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools, with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Oh.
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by Miu? Miu?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about... Sorry, I'm doing that. Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
It is now.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual.
We've got 135. Let's go for it.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around her are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals. Oh man, I really want some special hand-carved dice.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. This person means you, or no one else, absolutely no harm. She will answer freely and honestly. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
The Whirl Untethered dice. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary dice. Just a normal die for me, please. I'm looking for something to help with my work. Yeah, I'm looking for something to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Aw, thank you.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
Hand-eye coordination, -1. We're totally overthinking it.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
I'm definitely winking at her.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
'Cause he's a smooth operator.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Can I get more dice?
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
Cursed, like the commercial area.
All right. How about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then.
She
Was there
takes-
anything else?
She takes a small notebook from her table and writes something down. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind a Whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here.
Inland Empire, I really thank you for helping me out, but calm down. This is just a lady making dice.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire. She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude upon her focused existence.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
You never took your eyes off work to look out the window.
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Yeah, if it's lit up inside the room, yeah, that's fair.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Yep, correct.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
I get that too.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
I totally get that. I sometimes get that when I'm doing drawing or music composition. You sort of get into this like flow state where everything around you fades away, and I don't know how long it's been, but how long I've been doing stuff. I like it. It's really cool. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
I see. Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition.
Fair enough.
Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
That would have been so cool. Cobalt dice. Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially.
Ah.
I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
We are nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Not as many of us as would be cool.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal-black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Hang on. If the commercial area is doomed and there's a curse, how come she's not affected by it?
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
But she's not affected. She's got a successful business, I think.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut, it's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? Customers should have been more open-minded.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
And who was Artemitep?
A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back.
What a legend. Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno? Who's Kuno?
He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to defile dead bodies.
Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out of the window. It's oddly quiet there at the moment.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse.
Damn it.
At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's that with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milieu. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
I don't think I want to know. I think I can figure it out.
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Cool, very cool about debris, but what's a snuff milieu? It's going to be people being killed over the radio.
It's a sub-Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Disgusting.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
Absolutely disgusting.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw some mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs. Anything else?
I found some creepy mannequins. See, I told you, puppets are creepy, mannequins are creepy. I found some creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights activists? What in the name of...
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
So, red food colouring. I believe, I'm not so sure as much anymore, but for a very, very long time, red food dye and red food colouring came exclusively from beetles. Fun fact, enjoy.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
I'm glad someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. I'm sure.
Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
Interesting. What do these transmissions say?
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Her smile widens before she sees the lieutenant's face behind you.
Men like that are a curse.
The lieutenant is stern.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just the props. Why return them?
Yeah.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one.
Yes.
No. Wait.
Aww.
Forget it. It would take too long.
I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
Yeah.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Whirl. They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Really? They must have been on a gigantic ego trip.
That's what I thought. Because when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep up new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic. And to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important.
That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Natural 1.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. You're in for a treat here.
This lady's a delight. She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees, like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
She leans back, disapproving.
Sounds like she really didn't like those girls. Fritta does the same thing.
I know a girl just like that. She works in Fritte as a cashier, and she's not particularly friendly.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Revachol ICT. And they already had the bear.
She closes her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravishore Ice City lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherium.
Sounds cool. Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Even the taxidermist?
Megatherium?
Megatherium, a mega wild beast.
What's a mega wild beast?
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
The horrific necktie tightens around your neck, strangely excited. But it doesn't feel particularly fun this time around.
Grab your necktie and mumble, "Not now, you beast."
What?
Do you ever feel like your vision beast is trying to blackmail the fun out of you?
No, officer. I don't have a vision beast. Normal people don't have vision beasts. Only drug-addled madmen like the taxidermist do.
What about horrific neckties? Do normal people have horrific neckties?
Neckties? I guess they do sometimes, officer. But I don't understand how it's relevant to our discussion. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story. Some dust beams swirl in the afternoon air. Her eyes follow it idly.
Little sparkling embers under the window.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found a building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
It's okay.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
Oh, so the doorbell with the empty name card, that's yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
I was wondering about the Whirling in Rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the Whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the Whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the doomed commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Interesting. We've picked up a few more points. We've now got 4 again. I'm wondering if we bump up some of our skills. Like before, we were talking that Shivers would be worth getting up to level 4. I'm thinking same for Endurance. Because if we get them up to 4, then that means that we are... Oh, Endurance already is 4. It's just that we've taken damage. Okay, we'll leave Endurance for the moment. I might even bump Shivers up to 5. I'm just thinking I want to get it so that they're passing these easier checks pretty consistently. The medium checks. We could probably look at leveling up some of these ones that are at 5 just to get them up to that next level so that they're going to start passing the medium checks, because at the moment they're all passing easy. And if we get Volition up to 8, I think that means it'll start passing hard checks as well. Same for Esprit de Corps. I think for the moment, let's just get Shivers up to 4. And let's get Volition up to 8. I saw a name, East Delta Pinball, on a doorbell.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick-track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
Pinball is the worst? It's a strong opinion there, Kit.
His disdain for pinball could not be clearer.
Okay, we're looking into that later. A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
First, it wasn't Plaisance. I know her, and I would have recognised her voice.
Oh, right. But did this person say anything?
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognises the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
It is the Pale. It's the memories of someone from the Pale leaking through the phone lines. Calling it right now.
No, it was something else. It was eerie. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
No, I'm going with Inland Empire. No, it was something else. Something eerie? It may have been some sort of rare electrical anomaly. Maybe some sort of rare electrical anomaly.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
Fair enough. I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Oh, more questions about the intercom?
I'm pretty sure it's...
No,
sure,
okay.
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how did you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. Hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter just to keep the company going.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the Whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Yeah, but it's still a separate building. Malicious energies can't reach there.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at all her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts.
It's true.
Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
No.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Inland Empire does... Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world's a puzzling place. I'm not willing to give up on there being something going on here, but I just think it's Pale related.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight.
No, there are some things we can't necessarily explain right now. Hoping that we can and understand them later. As a scientist, I accept that there are things that we still are puzzling out. But I don't believe that there are things that cannot be explained forever. Just the things that we haven't quite figured out yet.
Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
I will do my best.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Yeah.
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
We need more shivers. Can we give ourselves plus shivers? We're currently getting +1 shivers. Can we increase that any more? I do want to give that a go. See what we can figure out from this. +1 shivers, that'll do. +1 shivers, that'll do. Any more shivers? I think that's probably it from our items here. I don't think there's anything else that's going to go as plus shivers. Be surprised if any of these items did. No. No, okay. Oh, sorry, wrong button.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Why hasn't her business failed?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
This is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks, as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney. No, it's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
It has a different address in the heart of the city.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
No one's really ever safe from failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. It looks like a piece of regular jewelry to me.
It's a mourning ring.
Oh.
I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway,
Ooh.
Thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I'll see if there's any more questions.
I'm listening.
Nah, that's good.
Good.
See ya. Precarious world. All red checks fail. No. No, not going to research that one. Let's put our normal clothes back on again. What else did we change? That was it, wasn't it? Yeah, cool. All right. Put our normal clothes back on. Let's head back down. And let's go talk to Kuno Daritur. Oh, hang on. Sorry, we should report to Plaisance. Plaisance? Oh, hello. Is this Emma's atelier? Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Oh, now that we know them all, we're getting like little thought bubbles for them. That's kind of cool. Is this Contact Mike the boxing champion? Should we... It smells like leather and sweat. Should we try and pick these up?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Physical instrument. I reckon we've got some stuff for physical instrument. I'm just thinking, like, if it gives us a little bonus or something. Physical instrument. Yep. We must have other stuff for physical instrument. I'll keep the man from Heimdall. Surely we've got other physical instrument items as well. No. No, we do not. Okay. Let's give it a go.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
It's a white check. We can retry it. Oh, no. Oh, we took damage. Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape, or maybe these gloves just suck?
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
Damn it. Okay. Worth a try. And now we're back to our usual. Okay, let's talk to Plaisance. We could probably remove the torch too. Let's carry around the crowbar. Why not, hey? Oh, and we should talk to Annette now that she's inside. I realise we haven't actually done that. We didn't check on her. I'm not sure why we didn't check on her.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Sorry.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat. Almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
She looks back at the infernal scribblings under her nose. Alright, bye. See you around, Annette. Oh, it is. It's Dick Mullen's hat. +1 encyclopedia. I think I prefer the +2 logic, saves the spinning skills. But what does it look like on? Let's just have a quick peekaroo. Oh no, it does look good. That's alright. Look, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Yeah. Dang. It does look good. Alright, let's talk to Plaisance. Give her the full news.
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus?
The dark sarcophagus.
Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from this bookstore.
I knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
I talked to the entity. Her name's Neha. She's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
No, ma'am. I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
She's hurting herself for this.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet.
Oh, okay.
The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire. You've come this far. You know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it.
A third order presence, yes.
She lets go of the pendant.
A great, dark relief washes over her.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in the presence of my daughter.
She gestures for you to be silent.
I understand everything, sir. Thank you for your descending into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels, may the Lord be with you.
She performs an X-shaped cross on her chest.
Well, this has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Yes. The venture continues. In other waters. Darker waters.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Farewell for now, book peddler. Amazing. So, let's go talk to Kuno. I probably need to buy some items to heal my health. In fact, let's really quickly go to Frit and buy some health items. I'm going to give myself a heal, because I don't want my endurance to be too low. Is it on 4 now? 3. Yikes. And we'll grab another healing item or 2. Got 6 left. That's pretty good. Yeah,
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here.
That'll do. Get us up to 9. That'll be good. Okay. Let's head back and talk to Kuno. Ah, and we need to interview Klasche as well. Thinking that's a good thing to do today. Yeah, she's up there. Okay, cool. Let's talk to Kuno.
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts?
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Fucking will.
She sounds like she's about to cry, out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound lameness.
Now hold on, no one is lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
You do though, Kuno. You've already called me your favourite pig. I know you care. Oh, hello. Sound of melting snow dripping off the roof. Strange. Oh, look, there's the fucking locusts there. A magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy, magnesium-rich life. It's crawling with locusts in here.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little holes for windows.
Aww.
Like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand rising. Accommodations for their insectoid inhabitants.
He's made them a little house.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case.
The lieutenant looks around, writes something in his notebook and turns to you.
Of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of the imaginary insect case. So at least that's going well.
Stop being so sarcastic, Kim. No, yeah, precisely what I was thinking.
Yes. I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough.
You think the Insulindian phasmid's nearby?
If anything, the presence of the locust points to the opposite. The phasmid did not take the bait from the traps. It was Kuno. The phasmid doesn't exist. But what do I know?
Use your powers of deduction. You knew the magic bug was nowhere near here. The phasmid is impairing your judgment.
We should talk to Kuno about this. Get him to stop.
I'll let you handle the Kuno side of things. You are doing just fine.
What a surprise. Kim doesn't want to deal with Kuno. What a shocker. No, Kuno's kind of growing on me. Should I be admitting that?
Fuck does Kuno care?
I know you took the locust from a traps the cryptologist set up.
Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't a phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, but then you go and build a whole bug town.
It's not Bugtown. It's the city of locusts.
Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
She wails from behind the fence, then buries her face in her hands. I think it's really nice, Kuno.
You stop. It's like their fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
Kuno, the pig wants to help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're...
An artist? Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Hold on, did I hear you right? You said I.
Kuno made Kuno. Kuno says whatever the fuck he wants. There are no rules here, pig. I fucking say I when I wanna, and Kuno when I wanna. Kuno's free. Kuno's free to fucking die, bitch.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
It's alright, Kuno. Making art is a worthy calling. I'm something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in, like, 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
The voice actor for Kuno S in this is incredible in this moment.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears at the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
A leaden silence fills the yard.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. So that's what this is about.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let them sort it out.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation.
I need you to stop taking locusts from traps. Cryptozoologists are trying to find something very important. Those locusts are bait.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again, above the fence, just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno.
What's going to happen to the locusts?
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die.
I have to ask, what does the City of Locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
He turns his burning face up to the falling snow.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
Alright, now that's settled, I better be off.
The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian phasmid.
Huh.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what the Insulindian phasmid is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction.
What's going on? What's going on?
Fuck does Kuno care?
Okay.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Yep, okay.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
I'll take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I'm going to walk away. It's not worth it. Nope. No win for me there. Okay. I think it might be time to talk to... I think it might be time to talk to Class J. 11:59, so 8 PM we can pick that up. could go and try and find the Sunday friend, but I don't think that's a very, very... let's go check out the church. It's still pretty early in the day. I think let's go check out the church. Oh no, hang on. Before we do that, let's quickly talk to Cindy. I want to see if she'll let me paint now that I've got the paint can with the motor fuel. I want to see if she'll let me do the wall mural. We'll probably have to get up to her level, actually. Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, let's head up. We'll converse on her level. It's only polite. See if we can... It's like 2 seconds.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss and Factor World send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They seem to hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance. But you can still do your part to revitalise the neighbourhood.
Alright, how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency.
Can't have that.
This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
What is it with these skulls and cooperation? They have to be the nicest violent street gang in Revachol West.
Okay, let's jump out. Is there anything we can do to increase our conceptualization? What is our conceptualization? 5. So it's not incredible. Can we increase it? I really do want to... Perfect. And look, if we fail this, I'll give us a +1 to conceptualization so we can talk to Tommy Leon as well. Just click on these so that it stops highlighting them. I don't think there's anything else for conceptualization from memory. I think that might be it. Are we getting any minuses to conceptualization? Let's just quickly double check, but I think we're okay. No, okay.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
They do say the painter always paints his own portrait.
Man, that's lame.
No, it's great.
I'm going to paint a self-portrait, but sort of, you know, from the inside to show people what it's like.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, Pedro.
Alright, I won't do that. Just give me some paint and a brush. I need to do some art.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try not to hurt yourself. And no self-portraits.
Thanks, Cindy.
Sure, anytime. Us shit artists have to help one another. Besides, I was out of fuel oil anyway.
She only gave it to you because she doesn't see you as competition. The right idea is not coming to her. It's excruciating. You know what you've got in that fuel canister you scavenged from your Kanema? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil. Paint and a brush. You're ready to do this.
Catch you later, Cindy. Yes. Let's head down. I'll change my oh, actually we'll leave the conceptualization up actually. We're gonna do some painting. What are our options?
The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Ah. What shadow lies there beneath the brightest gleam? I love you, Kuno. That's pretty funny. All right, I'm going to leave the wall blank for now. I want to have a bit of a think over the different options. Because this seems like one of those moments where we're locked into a decision. And I want to make sure we pick the right one. I want to have a bit of a think about it. I want to do it a spur of the moment. I'm probably leaning more towards the pictogram, I have to say. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and head to the church, and then we'll come back and interview the victim. Actually, before we do, can we inspect these at all? No. Oh, they're beautiful though. Look at the dice. They're stunning. Oh, they're gorgeous. Okay, sorry, getting distracted. Let's head to the church.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Let's inspect the carpentry first.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
I'm going to run my hand over one of the beams.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. Feels exceptional. 300 tons of pine would fit together seamlessly. It's old too, cut and carved many centuries ago.
Let's open the padlock with a key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Interesting. Oh, wow, look at this. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Wow, okay. This grotesque wooden figure looks almost half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. It did say to walk here, not run, so I will disable running. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No. It looks intentional. Some long forgotten style. Wow, look at this place. A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Pericarnassian Litany of Love. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Could these wires work as contact microphones? Oh, that's cool. Good idea. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. A portable Harman Wowshy tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. That's a computer.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you. As if under a microscope.
No.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder, with 3 fingers.
I'm not doing the cross either.
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there, in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know, Kim?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Interesting.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Do you know why it was abandoned, Kim?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid?
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I don't remember being here.
I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Kim, are you a follower of DeLoreanism?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
I'll stroke my chin.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system.
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
I think it's people affected by the Pale. Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Seren, modern-day Sur la Clé, also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
Where is this coming from?
The past. It's a silo of sadness, fermenting. You should keep away.
Fuck this pain, Bratan! It's unhealthy!
No, you must know.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly. Women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze.
Interesting.
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Riel Belt.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
You're right. Time to heed the warning.
Good. Now back out of this corner of your mind by choosing the bottom option. To hell with this. You've been standing here long enough.
To hell with this.
But she was not hell. She is the opposite of that. The wind of paradise, stripping away the covers from the hearts of men. There you stand, below her once more, with your hands on your side, momentarily at a loss as what to do with yourself. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown. Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned, or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
After life, death. After death, life anew.
And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
I don't know enough about French to know that one.
After life,
yeah.
Death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death, after...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What's the RCM's motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Cool.
Eyes cool.
Step back.
The
Interesting.
mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Okay, turn away. There's a radio computer here.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yeah, but this machine looks just like the one in the Doom commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
Wait, let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's look inside.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
I'm with Kim. I don't think we want to activate any alarms. Let's leave it be. I think Kim's right. I think it's going to trigger an alarm. Let's head over this way and let's see what's up around here. Some money. Some shoes. Wait, why is Kim going that way, but we're going the other way? There we go. Haven't seen anyone in here. A spider has spun its web around this wood-blocked carved pillar. I'm not seeing anyone. Cracked pane of glass. Colourful. Came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window, depicting a deer. Scarf, +1 pain threshold. Very nice. Oh, if we chucked our bag on, we could probably pick up some tear. Yeah, I figured we might be able to. Oh, sorry. May as well while we're here.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. Sounds like the Pale.
How do I know what the Pale sounds like?
From recordings of the Far Pale. You've heard them. We all have. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
I'm going to yell as hard as I can, as loud as I can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
How is there pale, far pale, in the center of this church? Kim, what's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really. It's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us, Kim.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Let's look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Let's try to see beyond the shadows. Oh, why do I get the distinct impression we're going to regret this check? Oh, spooky.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
On a ceiling?
Yes. The darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no. You've lost sight of it.
Fuck.
Where did it go?
Blink? Oh god. Ah! Oh no.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Oh god.
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
That noise.
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The crab man.
I'm going to say nothing and be quiet for now.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
There were a number of things I was expecting. That was not one of them.
That accent is Villa-Lobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villa-Lobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershaw.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
Yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but...
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering.
Not all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
I was not expecting a crabman to come and tell me to quit drinking. That's,
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
If the lieutenant agrees, then maybe, just maybe, you should pay attention.
Fuck you, crabman! You don't tell us what to do! Tell him!
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church. Wasteland of reality.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege, save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
You must be the crabman.
Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with this name, not me.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whirling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
You got some nice curves going on over there. Yeah.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crabman and a woodcarver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new one. Start again from scratch.
That's not really the point, I say. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother, that is.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand. His limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
This Mother of Silence, you mean her? I'll point to Dolores Day.
No. There's a new god in town, and she can be painted or sculpted because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end.
She is the pale.
She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is a kind of drug.
I heard that before, Way. and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
Never.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I think love might have been my drug of choice, and I think I'm still hungover from it.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I was being insensitive, sorry. Let's move on.
No worries, man. I know this shit takes time.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Singing is good. We should all sing a bit more.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
It's incredibly profound. How'd you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
So we've now got two people who potentially have lost their memories as a result of exposure to the Pale. Definitely Tiago, probably me.
Does it mean he witnessed the police raid?
Are these yours? I'll show him the scarf and shoes I found.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
They look pretty dapper, actually.
Right, I had some other questions.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
You've been here for some time, Tiago. Did you see the police raid that took place here?
Something like that.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat. Uh-oh.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So, what do you think? About the nightclub, that is.
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Do you know where the other spookier is? The other spooker is. Point at the strange machines around you.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who she is?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Alright then, thanks. Oh man, there's a lot going on here. I do agree with an autosave right there. This is a really good place to pause for now and come back in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. We have a lot more to explore around this church. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay well. See you guys soon.